Hold on, can I address something in the chat real quick,
Shout out to all the trolls out there.
Miss Ashley Adams? Your comment states, and I quote, "These niggas are delusional. Why do they think they deserve a 10?" Actually, men are, for the most part, realistic. And the problem is that there are women who interpret their own worth poorly. They are not 10s. And what I see more times than not in this space, those men try to clear up that misinterpretation, aka delusion. You put more value in your worth than you're actually worth. That's the main problem. That's what you hear. You don't hear men saying, "Oh yeah, I deserve a 10." No, because we fully understand that your pockets got to be right, your looks got to be right, your the way you're moving in life has to be right. We fully understand those terms. Now here is the deal.
Most men
if I got my pockets right, if my looks is straight, if I'm moving in the right direction for my career, and you are a 4, you don't deserve me. Let me say that one more time. If I have already put myself in the 10 category as a man, because no man on this planet will categorize himself as a 10 if his ass is a 4. Just for the record.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I can think of one specifically.
I don't like to hear guys even rate themselves like that.
Well, discussions have come up.
Hold on.
On the whole, let me say it this way. On the whole, men don't do that.
Okay.
For the most part, men don't do that. I will rephrase.
Now,
and hold on. To further my point, remember when I said a woman could be damn near a 10, and the most attractive ones
it does not count.
Point. If you ask Inaz, I don't know if she feel like answering this or not. You don't have to answer.
But that won't count. Hey, Mike, Marcus, that won't count. You can't put him like no.
Hey, he says it.
His pockets ain't right. We know he's not a 10. That's part of being a 10 as a man.
Come on, y'all. No.
So,
let's be real.
So, if I could just jump in quickly.
Go ahead. I'm just going off.
It's okay, because Marcus alluded to how men and women communicate differently. Men won't rate themselves a 10, but there are a lot of men out there that will say that they are good men, and most women will disagree. So there's men rate themselves on a very different scale than the way women rate men, and women rate themselves on a very different scale than the way men rate women. Men's looks are not as important as women's looks.
I got a question for you, Inaz. And hey, gentlemen, let's give her the actual space to get the full answer out, because you don't want to interrupt the way I just did.
Nah, man, we're not being fair over here.
How do you, Inaz, define a good man?
Oh, come on.
I want to know. Let's talk about it. If we can talk about them being 10s, let's give them the space to talk about good men. This is a chic critique.
We did that last week.
Yeah.
We cut you off.
No, you didn't.
and last week it was only an hour long.
No, so I think Marcus had asked for 5 criteria.
It was the week before. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's right. I remember. Maybe somebody we did cut you off. Actually, we were cutting everybody off.
No, I got my 5 out.
Yeah, she got them out clean. She had time to lean back in her seat.
Let's hear it one more time. Beans wasn't here because he'll probably
Beans don't want to hear it. Beans don't want to know. I mean,
why doesn't Beans want to know?
Because, man, look, to be honest with you, right? I really truly believe this.
Okay.
I don't think women can be fair. I don't think they can. I mean, that's why, like she said, somebody would consider themselves a good man. Let's say you take everything that could possibly make a man a good man, Marcus. I'm talking about everything except one thing. He cheats. Would the woman say he was a good man? I'm talking about this man pay all the bills. He got the woman looking good, hair, nails done, money in the pocket. He take care of the kids. He had daddy daughter dances. He at the football game. Go, son. He doing everything you could possibly be, loving, caring, all that, spiritual, praying for his wife, all of that. But he cheats. Would they say he was a good man?
Yes, for 500, Alex.
Okay, you're insane. And I don't know what's happening to you.
No, all right.
Nah.
Would you say that's a good man? Would you say that's a good man?
Yes, I would say that's a good man. And none of the women that answered on that episode required faithfulness to be a good man. Not one. Just gonna say that.
And Shannon has repeatedly said this on this podcast.
Not faithful to you.
But see, this is what I'm saying. Look, you made the argument all night long about statistics being skewed, and then you want to try to use these women,
right? Okay,
I can see obviously levels above the average chick. When we had these shows, we have to talk in generalities. There's nothing general about Enos. There's nothing general about Shan. There's nothing general about Mistaken. We can't use them to make our generality points.
So I'll concede that I will not use them, and you're correct on that. The reason I'm answering it that way is, again, back to the way women formulate things. If the man is able to meet her sexual, emotional needs and does all of that stuff, and that's the flaw, I believe she'll be like, but girl, he a good man. She might be, I don't want to deal with that, but girl, he a good man. Like cool. That probably is the.
Watch this. Cool, Marcus. I'll concede. And guess what that just proved? That the nigga gotta be perfect. that just proved that he gotta be perfect. Everything got to be absolutely great across the board, including dick. Everything got to be absolutely perfect. And he can still be a good man.
I was using your example. You presented
Marcus,
the example of that.
I know.
Marcus, right now he has you in check. Not checkmate. He has you in check, though.
But the point, yes.
I was using his example.
Wait, listen. Yes, we're using my example. But Mark, this is what I'm saying. My mind, I'll be on another level, right? What I'm saying is, think about it. When the finances come down, what do we see? More divorces, more breakups, right? More disrespect, more all this other shit, more of he's not a good man. He wasn't a good man. He was this, he was that, right? Because men aren't perfect. So what we usually see is when a man isn't financially all the way up here, all of those other flaws get highlighted that much more. Now that other stuff really bothers me. You see what I'm saying?
I'll go after Enos.
So, because men and women are different, right? That's very clear. We'll concede to that point. If your woman puts on more weight than you are attracted to, is she still considered a good woman?
So wait, say that one more time.
If your woman puts on more weight than you are attracted to, is she considered still a good woman?
Yeah.
Do you think that you reflect the average man in that sentiment? I disagree.
Yeah, but
most
see,
men will not.
I don't think that.
Here's why I agree.
You got to think about what
podcast just said. Here's why I agree with him, because thinking that that's a good woman is different than saying I'm attracted to that good woman.
Right.
It's two different things.
This guy gets.
She's still a good woman, and I still love this woman, but my attraction level causes me to deal with you differently because right now I care about you. I love you. I will support you and take care of you. But I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say that I'm attracted to you when I'm not.
Yep. That's the facts.
So here's where the lines kind of start to blur and where I have a hard time following the logic, right? Mm-hmm. Because if she's a good woman, should she not be keeping herself up for you?
Well, you talk about good, better, best. It's better for her to keep herself for me.
I'm not.
Doesn't mean that she's not a good woman.
Right? No, hang on, because better and best means that like she's never even had to fluctuate. She's got that all down pat, right? Best is like she's constantly on it. She doesn't waver. She doesn't the scale does not shift in any sort of way at all times. That is better and best. A good woman should be at least making strides towards maintaining within the range of what you like.
Okay, but see, this is why I think why you said when you
What
mentioned
was
the
the
logic,
question?
right?
I missed it.
She asked. Well, the question she just asked was about whether or not a man would consider a woman a good woman if she had gained more weight than a man would like, right?
The big question, I heard
So,
that.
so the context is that podcast is making the statement that if a man is not perfect, women don't consider him a good man. That includes being faithful. Like, he could be perfect in every other way, but if he cheats, he's not considered a good man. So because men and women are different, that's why I asked the question of, if a woman's weight falls out of the category of being attractive to that man, is she still considered a good woman?
But Ina, so look at it like this. Are you married?
Not yet.
Are you a good woman?
I can't say that. Other people have to say whether I'm a good woman or not.
No, see, this is what I'm saying. See, that
She is.
this is
I'm
the
gonna
literal
say it
part.
for her. She a good woman. She a good
See,
woman.
this is what I'm saying. This is the literal part of it, right? So when you say a good woman, you don't need a man to be a good woman. Now, if you saying a good partner, a good spouse, right? Okay, that may change the dynamics a little bit, but that's why I take everybody literally. So that way, if there's any misunderstanding, it's not on my part. So if you're saying a good spouse would keep themselves in shape for you, maybe I wouldn't argue against you for that. But at the same time, I don't think if you end up gaining some weight or whatever, that makes you not a good spouse. Again, it's the 80-20 rule. Now, you done gained all this weight, way more than I would like, but your cooking skills, top tier. My kids, you love them to death. The house stayed clean. Whatever money I need for you to participate in bringing to the house, you're doing it. Everything else is on point, but you fat. And all of a sudden, I'm saying you're not a good woman.
So what was the guy's part? I missed the guy's part.
It was the being faithful. So here's, and I know, sorry, Marcus, I know I'm stealing a little bit of your time. If men were penalized for stepping out of their marriage, cheating, the same way that women are, do you think you would still feel the same? Or is the fact that men cheating is more socially acceptable, do you feel like now you can waver on whether or not she's a good woman?
No, because that's not how we view things, right? So I'm a person that's anti-cheating, right? So regardless of how, if a woman would stay around, I still don't like it. My homies you don't get to call me and tell me about the women that you're sleeping with on your wife. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to know about it, right? But what I'm just specifically saying to you is, I know you've heard about the 80-20 rule, right? Men more so often look at things that way, more often than not. You know what I'm saying? It's just, we don't expect for you to be perfect. And the reason why I asked you, did you think you was a good woman? Because it would be like, okay, let's just suppose right now, right, that you were smaller than what you are now. You get into a relationship with a guy, everything is good, y'all, whatever, y'all have some kids, you end up the size that you are now. And now all of a sudden that's too big for him. We still not going to say you're not a good woman. Nobody would say that. Because it's a million other men out here that would love you at that size. So that doesn't have anything to do with whether or not you're a good woman. A good woman is, are you talking crazy to me, loud, always got to come back, always got to have the last word, disrespectful, neck twerking, hand pointing, everything is smart, whataboutisms all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's how we going to judge whether or not you're a good woman, is based off your behavior, how you treat us, and how you make us look when you're out in public.